Welcome everybody, and I welcome you on behalf of ACTO in preparation for our conference on the 12th of June. And today I'm delighted to be welcoming Susan Utting Simon to talk about working with children and young people. And Susan, so first of all, welcome. And my first question for you is, what's your interest in working with children and young people?
Oh, well, it's lovely to join you, Pip. I think it's an interesting one. When I trained as a therapist, when I first started training as a therapist, I didn't realise that I had a specific interest in working with children and young people. But I was very fortunate to get a placement in a young people's charity. And in all honesty, I think right from the very first session I held with, I think it was 13, 14-year-old at the time, I was really conscious that I felt like I was able to maybe have more of an impact, make a bigger difference maybe in somebody's life than I'd ever really contemplated. And I mean that not in a powerful way, me being sort of so brilliant or so clever, but that actually changes that that young person was able to make in their life then would affect them for so much longer. And I think it really struck me that when I was growing up, myself, friends, any of us who had difficulties in our lives, which people do, there wasn't anywhere. There simply wasn't anywhere. You know, I'm in my mid-50s, and when I was growing up, you know, a young people's charity simply didn't exist in the area that I lived. There wasn't help. And I'm not saying my life would have been perfect if I'd have had counselling in my teens, but I'm absolutely sure that it would have made some things a lot more manageable. So that's my own personal interest. And I guess over the years, I've just seen at first hand how challenging the work can be. Sometimes it's really hard working with a young person who really hasn't got much autonomy in their lives, but being able to offer them a space where they can at least have some autonomy over what they say, what they do with that time, what they do with that space feels really powerful. And I've seen it make a huge difference to people at times, young people that I really didn't expect it to, even in sometimes very short-term work. So yeah, I think that answers the question, but that's my particular interest. Yeah.
Super. Yes. I suppose I'm an adult therapist, but I am a teacher first and foremost, and I recognise a lot of what you're saying from my teaching work, and that just how much of a difference you can make to a person's life by showing some interest in them and actually caring about them
Yeah.
is hugely important. So that is something that's something of quite an honour to be able to make that difference for somebody, isn't it?
Yeah,
Super.
absolutely. And interestingly, over the years, on a few occasions, young people, that I've worked with, either when they were at primary school or even high school or whatever, have occasionally come back to me as an adult for therapy. I think probably because I have an unusual surname, I'm easy to find,
Mm,
working in
mm,
private practice, as I do now. I used to work in children's charities, but I've had some clients come back to me as adults, and I I'd be lying if I said I remember everything about the sessions that we had together, but something had really stuck with them and they'd thought, yeah, if I've got a problem again, then this is the kind of help I want to get again. And I think that's really valuable. The fact that
mm.
you've not just given someone help at that point in their lives, you've given them that sense that there's opportunities for support at later points in their life. Yeah.
And